Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our yoga class. I'm Alba Garcia. I'm going to be guiding you for the next 60 minutes through a vinyasa flow that today is going to be targeting especially our hips and our legs. So if you're at home, just get yourself comfortable and always take care of your body. If you have any injuries, if you have anything that hurts, you can always modify. I'm going to show always a little modification. And if you know that you can do it differently, always feel free to do so. Just important, if you have at home a block, a yoga block, I will recommend to just take it with you. And if you don't have one, you can always use a chair or you can use a water bottle, anything that will help you to have a little bit more balance. So you're gonna get ready to start. And for today, just find yourself a comfortable seat. You can sit yourself onto the block or maybe onto a pillow, just to give yourself a little bit more space, a little bit more ease for your hips. Just take a moment to close your eyes. Just feel the connection of your body towards the ground. Notice how your feet are touching, how the back of the legs are touching. And feel your sit bones. Notice if there is perhaps more weight towards one side than the other, or if your hips are tilted to the front or tilted to the back. And slowly starting to deepen our breath. With every inhale, imagine that there is a string going from the sit bones all the way up towards the crown of the head. And from the crown of the head, pulling you higher and taller, reaching up towards the sky. With the exhales, allowing the shoulders to melt down the back. Allow your collarbones to release, to relax the muscles of your face, relax your jaw. And all together, we are going to bring one hand onto the chest and one hand onto the belly. And take a moment to feel the warmth of your hands. Feel the connection to your touch, the movement of your breath. And see if you can take a few more deep breaths and expand further towards your hands. All together, you're going to take a deep inhale through the nose. And a big exhale through the mouth. And two more times, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And one last time, deep inhale through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Opening your eyes, inhaling, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Interlace the fingers and exhaling, press the palms to the front, curve a tiny bit your back. Inhaling, reaching with the arms up, open your armpits, open your chest. And exhaling, tug the tailbone, pressing the palms towards the front. One more time, inhaling, opening up. And exhaling, tug the tailbone, press the hands towards the front. Inhaling, coming back to the center, gently lowering the left hand down towards the mat. See if you can keep your right sit bone really grounded to the ground. And reach with the right fingertips a little bit further to the left. If you want to go deeper, you can always bend your elbow or maybe make a circle with your right arm. And on the next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center. Lowering the right hand down, this time the left fingertips coming towards the side. To really give a little bit more space to the left side of your rib cage. Check your left sit bone that is still grounded to the mat. And gently inhaling, coming all the way back up to the center. Bring the hands towards your shoulders, elbows come up to the front, deep inhale. And exhaling, rotating down your back. And two more times, see if you can give yourself a bigger movement. And exhale down. And maybe a bigger wave. Inhaling, reaching front and up. And exhale out. Slowly from here, give yourself a little impulse, passing onto the hands and knees. If you have a block, just move it to the front side. I'm going to bring our hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Let the belly drop down. Inhaling, looking for a big cat. Exhaling, press the navel in, pressing deeper out. Let the belly drop, arching your spine for a big cow. And exhaling, tug the tailbone, pressing deeper, the nose towards your belly. One more, inhaling, opening up, expand further. And exhaling, tug the tailbone, pressing a little bit deeper. Now from here, come back to the center. We're going to reach with the left heel back and up. Make sure that you're not tilting your hips so that you're falling towards the right side. Keeping the balance, reaching with the right hand out if that's possible. Otherwise, keep both hands down. And exhaling, squeeze the left knee towards your right elbow. Inhaling, opening out. And exhaling, squeeze the left knee towards your right elbow. Inhaling out one last time. And exhaling, squeezing in, making yourself a tiny ball. Inhaling out. And slowly lower hand and knee going to the other side. Reaching with the right heel back and up. Grab your right hand, and if you can, reach with the left hand out, creating one long line. Take a deep inhale. And exhaling, squeeze the elbow towards the knee. Inhaling, open out. Exhaling, left elbow towards the right knee. Inhaling out one last time. And exhaling, squeeze it in. Inhaling, pressing out. And slowly lower the hand and knee. From here, tug your toes. We're going to stay here. We want to press the hands down into the mat. See if you can avoid sinking your shoulders. You want to still keep pressing up. And then from here, lift your knees only 1 inch off the mat. Give yourself a moment here to feel how your core is engaging. See if your elbows are falling, or if you can really engage from the palms, rotating the arms, engaging your shoulders. One more breath. And gently pressing deeper and coming into a downward facing dog. Maybe it's the first dog of your day, so give yourself a little moment to walk a little bit side to side. Maybe bend one knee, bend the other. Allow your head to really release. And gently, we're going to start walking the feet towards the hands, one leg at a time. Placing the toes behind the wrists, gently bend the knees and hold of the opposite elbows. And perhaps you want to swing a little bit side to side, give yourself a little bit more space. Feel the touch of your feet into the mat. And slowly release the arms, bend the knees a little bit deeper. And start rolling up the spine one bone at a time. Keep the feet hip distance apart. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And exhaling, reach the fingertips towards the front. Still feel the connection with your legs. And release all the way down. Directly bend the knees. And inhaling, rolling up the spine one bone at a time. And we repeat this one more time, reaching the arms up high, taking a deep inhale. Lengthening towards the front, exhaling, reaching even further. Feel how your weight is on your feet. Slowly bend the knees. Tuck the tailbone and start rolling up the spine, one bone at a time. Coming all the way back to stand. Bring the hands all the way above your head. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up high, and see if you can lift yourself towards your toes just for a moment. Feel the connection of your core. One more breath. And slowly lower the heels down the mat, lower the hands. Coming to the front of the mat, big toes together, heels a little bit apart. And inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, fold forward for Uttanasana. If you need, bend the knees. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. And exhaling, step or jump back, Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, look over or upward dog, your own choice. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Taking 3 long breaths here. And see if you can separate the feet hip distance apart. If your heels are not touching the mat, maybe walk a little bit the feet towards the hands. Or even bend your knees, sit bones pointing towards the sky. On your next inhale, bend the knees between the hands. Step or jump to the front. And exhaling, fold forward. Inhaling, reaching all the way up towards the sky. And exhaling, Samasthiti. Going for one more round. Inhaling, reaching with the arms up high. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhaling, step or jump back, Chaturanga or knees, chest, your own choice. Inhaling, upward dog, lengthening from the crown of the head. And exhaling, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. And this time, notice your hands. See if you can really ground all your fingertips into the mat. Spread the palms. And see if you can rotate the shoulders down the back, opening further. On the next inhale, bend the knees between the hands. Step or jump to the front. And exhaling, fold forward. Inhaling, reaching all the way up high. And exhaling, Samasthiti. From here, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhaling, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. And exhaling, step or jump back, Chaturanga, your own choice. Inhaling, upward dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, step the right foot between the hands. We're going to lower the left knee down to the mat, making sure that the right knee is more or less on top of the right ankle. Inhaling, lift the arms up high. And exhaling, bring the hands onto the knee. Make sure your shoulders are above your hips. Taking a deep inhale. And exhaling, lower a little bit deeper. One more breath. And a little bit deeper with our arms. Inhaling, reaching the arms up high. And exhaling, lower the elbows and expand your chest. Your belly is still engaged. Inhaling, lifting up. And exhaling, lower the elbows and expand your chest. Inhale up. One last time. Exhaling, lower the elbows, expanding out. Inhale up. And very gently lower your hands down to the mat. We're going to inhale to lengthen the crown of the head. And exhaling, bring the hips back and see if you can lengthen your right leg. Flex the right toe. Coming back to the front, take a deep inhale, gently opening our hips, and exhaling, pressing back. One more time, inhaling front, and exhaling back from here. See if you can lengthen further, and maybe exhaling, give yourself a little kiss towards your right knee. One more breath. And slowly stepping towards the front. We're going to ground the left hand. Bring the right arm up towards the sky for a little twist. If you want to go further, tuck the back toes and maybe lift the left knee up high. Making sure that the right arm is not falling apart, but reaching up towards the sky. One more breath. And slowly lower the right hand down to the mat. Inhale, stepping back to plank. And exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest and the chin, all the body down to the mat. Untug your toes, rotate the shoulders. Inhaling, lifting for a low cobra. See if you can rotate the shoulders down the back, bring the elbows next to the rib cage, and your legs are together and pressing into the mat. Feel your glutes a little bit engaged. One more breath. And slowly fall forward, tug your toes, inhaling, pressing back, and exhaling, downward facing dog. Taking one deep inhale, and one deep exhale. And going to the left side, inhale, step the left foot between the hands, lowering the right knee down to the mat, making sure left knee is above your ankle, reaching with the arms up high. And exhaling, bring the hands onto the knee. Make sure shoulders are above your hips. Taking a deep inhale. And exhaling to deepen out. One more breath. Going a little bit further. One last deep inhale. And a little bit deeper out. Going with the arms. Inhaling, reaching the arms up high. And exhaling, lower the elbows, expand your chest. Inhaling, exhaling, lower the elbows, expand your chest. One more time, inhaling up, and exhaling, lower. Inhaling, lift. We're going to bring the right hand down to the mat, reach with the left fingertips towards the sky. If you want to go further, tuck the back toes, lift up the right knee. Try to lengthen your back leg for this little twist. One more breath. And slowly lower the left hand down to the mat. Inhale, stepping back to plank. And exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin. Rotate the shoulders back, untug your toes. Inhaling, lifting for a low cobra. If you want to go further, maybe lift your hands off the mat. But still don't collapse your neck. You want to create one long line through the crown. Imagine you're holding an apple between the chin and the chest. And slowly lower down. Inhale, tug the back toes. And exhaling, press the hips back and up. Taking a deep inhale here. And a big exhale out. Bend the knees to between the hands. Inhaling, step or jump to the front, your own choice. And exhaling, fold forward. Bend the knees out the tailbone, Utkatasana, chair pose. Lengthening all the way down, steady position. Going a little bit further, bend the knees, tug the tailbone, Utkatasana. Exhaling, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. And exhaling, step, jump back, Chaturanga. Elbows next to the ribs. Inhaling, upward dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. From here, step the right foot between the hands, keeping the left knee up, so you're a high lunge. Inhaling, lift up high. And make sure that the right knee is not falling inwards. If that happens, walk the right foot a little bit more to the side. And so you can lengthen further your back knee. Inhaling, reaching the arms up high. Give space between your shoulders, space between your ears and your arms. Taking one deep inhale to lengthen the front knee. And exhale slowly with control, lower down. Two more times. Inhaling, lifting up. And slowly lower down. One last time, inhaling, lifting up. And exhale down. Now bring the hands behind the back, interlace your fingers. You can choose to stay here and press the hands back, or perhaps you want to go further and fold yourself forward for a humble lunge. Now here, if you go to the humble lunge, try to look back towards your left heel. Relax your neck and your head. And see if you can keep both shoulders equally balanced, level to the mat. All together, inhaling, coming all the way back up to the center, reaching the arms up high, and exhaling with control, bring the hands down to the mat, step back to plank, taking a deep inhale, and exhale over chaturanga, inhaling upward dog, and exhaling downward facing dog. Now bring the feet together to the middle line of the mat. You're going to reach with the right toes up towards the sky, taking a deep inhale. And exhaling, bring the right knee towards the nose, coming into this high plank. Inhaling, pressing back. Exhaling, bring the right knee towards the left elbow, crossing under. Inhaling, coming back. One more time. Exhaling, bring the right knee towards the nose. Inhaling, pressing back. One last time. Exhaling the right knee towards the left elbow. Inhaling, pressing up. And slowly lower the right toes down to the mat. Take a deep inhale. And a big exhale out. Going to the left, we're going to step the left foot between the hands. This time the right knee stays up, swinging our back toes. Inhaling, lifting for this high lunge. Really allow yourself to adjust. Notice if your shoulders are above your hips, if you can reach up high a little bit further. Left knee above your ankle. And slowly inhaling, lifting up high, pressing with your left foot. And exhaling, slowly lower. Inhaling, lifting up. And exhaling, slowly lower. One more time. Inhaling up, keep your core engaged. And exhale, lower. Now stay here. Bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the other way around if you remember. Rotate the shoulders to open up the chest. And exhaling, fold forward for a humble lunge. If you can, relax your neck. Look towards your right heel. Careful with your shoulders, how far you're pressing your arms. And on your next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center, reaching the arms up high, still engaging the core. Exhaling, bring the hands down to the mat, step back to plank. Take a deep inhale, and exhale over chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog, and exhaling downward facing dog. Bring the feet together to the back of the mat. Inhaling, lifting the left toes up high. And exhaling, bring the left knee towards your nose, coming into this high plank. Inhaling, pressing back. Exhaling, bring the left knee towards your right elbow, crossing under. Inhaling, pressing back. Exhaling, left knee towards the nose. Inhaling, pressing back. Exhaling, the left knee towards the right elbow. Inhaling, reaching back, and slowly lower the left toes to meet the right. Now bend the knees between the hands. Inhaling, step or jump to the front, and exhaling, fold forward. Bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, Utkatasana, chair pose. Lengthening all the way, Samasthiti position. Bring the hands in front of your heart, close your eyes. Taking a deep inhale to bring the shoulders towards the ears. And exhale, release it out like ah. And two more times. Inhaling, lift the shoulders over the ears. And exhale out. One last time. Inhaling, lift. And exhale out. Going for our long sequence. Bend the knees, tuck the tailbone. Inhaling, Utkatasana. Exhaling, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. Exhaling, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. From here, step the right foot between the hands. The left heel goes down parallel to the short side of the mat. Opening the arms and building this warrior two. In this warrior two, making sure that your right knee is still pointing to the front direction to your toes. See if you're falling front, if you can keep the shoulders above your hips. One more breath. On the next inhale, lengthen the right leg up. And exhale, reverse the triangle. Give a big stretch to the whole right side of the body. Taking one more breath. On the next inhale, coming back to the center. Bending the right knee. You choose if you bring the right elbow towards the right knee, or maybe the right hand down to the block or the mat. Reach with the left hand to the front for Parsvakonasana. Trying to create one long line from the back heel towards the fingertips. See if you can rotate the palm towards your face to really engage the sides of your shoulder and body. On the next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center, lengthening up high. And exhale, reverse the triangle one more time. Inhaling center. Now reaching with the right hand to the front, keep your legs straight. And exhaling, opening for Tita Trikonasana. If you feel that this is too much for your right knee, you can always give it a little bend. Or maybe take a block and place it in front of you to have a little bit more support. We try to reach with the left arm above the shoulder, all the way up towards the sky. One more breath here, your own choice. And on the next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center. Exhale, reverse the triangle. Inhaling center. You're going to close the right toes to look towards the left toes. Bring the hands to the hips. Rotate the shoulders, open up the chest. And exhaling, fold forward for Prasarita. Bring the hands down to the mat. And maybe you want to walk the hands a little bit further back. Always trying to bring the weight towards your toes. And if you feel that it's too much for the back of your legs, you can always bend a little bit your knees. Give yourself a little bit more space. One more breath. And gently bring the hands back to the hips. Take a deep inhale to lengthen the spine. So you can come halfway up. Deep exhale. And on the next inhale, building all the way up high. I'm going to open the toes towards the outside corners of the mat. Bend the knees. Now when we come here in this goddess position, make sure your knees are not falling inwards. If this is happening, close a little bit more your legs and your feet so that you have a little bit more stability. Bringing the arms up into this goddess position, 90-degree angle. Taking a deep inhale. And maybe you can lower a little bit further down. Take a deep in. Maybe you can lower a little bit further down. One last time, deep inhale. And down. All together, inhaling, lifting up. Reach with the hands towards the outside corners of the mat as well. And lift the heels if that's possible. Try to keep the weight onto your big toes. We want to really engage our core. Imagine you're making first set with your rib cage and your waist. Taking one more deep inhale here. And with control, gently lower the heels down. Bend the knees. I'm going to bring the weight all the way towards your left leg. Lowering the hands down to the mat. Flex your right foot. Try to create one long line. Some of you might be to stay up with the heel. Some of you might be able to lower the heel down to the mat. So whatever suits you. But try to keep lengthening your spine. Don't let yourself collapse. And slowly walk the hands towards the front, towards your right leg. And again, allow your hips to maybe just soften here. Keep your right heel up or maybe lower the heel down. One more breath. And with control from here, lift a little bit higher and walk the hands around all the way either side of the right foot. And gently lower the left knee down, coming to this low lunge. Inhaling, lift the arms up high one more time. Exhaling, lower the elbows and expand your chest. Inhaling, lift. And exhaling, lower. One last, inhaling up. And exhale, lower. Inhaling up. Now from here, bring the left hand down into the mat. You're going to lift up the left knee. And see if you can tilt yourself a little bit more to the side, coming into this side plank. You might want to stay here. Some of you might want to bring the right foot on top of the left. Or maybe even you want to lift up the right leg. Now taking one more deep inhale here. Don't let your hips fall. And with control, lower the right foot, lower the right hand down to the mat. Take a deep inhale and exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest and the chin. Rolling the shoulders, lengthen up from the crown of the head for a low cobra. If you feel that this time you want to go further, lift a little bit your hands, squeeze the elbows towards the rib cage, and perhaps lift as well your legs. What's important is that your belly is not softening and lowering. You really want to bring the navel into the spine. One more breath. And slowly lower down from here, tap your toes. And exhaling, pressing back. Take a deep inhale to build your downward facing dog. Maybe a little paddling, a little bend side to side. Preparing to go to our left side all together. Inhale, we're going to step the left foot between the hands. This time the right heel goes down to the mat, completely parallel to the short side. Rotate the arms, building this warrior two. In this warrior two, making sure you don't fall to the front. Keep yourself up straight, arms reaching opposite directions. One more breath. On the next inhale, lengthen the left knee up. And exhale, reverse the triangle. Open the whole left side of the body. And really feel. Notice if you are allowing anything to relax. On the next inhale, come back to the center, bend the left knee. You choose if you bring the left elbow to the left knee and maybe the hand down to the block or the mat. Reaching with the right hand towards the front and rotating the right shoulder. The palm turns towards the face as well. Don't let your belly relax. Feel engaging deep. On the next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center, lengthening the left knee up. And exhale, reverse the triangle. Inhaling, coming back to the center, reach with the left hand to the front, and exhaling, opening for Theta Trikonasana, or triangle. Maybe you stay up here floating. Maybe you want to grab a chair or a block to give yourself a little bit more support. Totally up to you. One more breath. On the next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center. And exhaling, reverse the triangle. Inhaling, center. Closing the left toes to look towards the right toes. If possible this time, bring the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Rotate the shoulders, open up the chest. And exhaling, fold forward for Prasarita Padmasana. Allowing your shoulders to rotate back, still lengthening and giving space to your neck. And no need to force. If you need, bend a little bit your knees to have a little bit more space. On the next inhale, slowly coming all the way back up to the center, opening the toes towards the outside corners of the mat. Bend the knees one more time for this goddess position. Allowing the arms to come up into this 90-degree angle. Notice if your hips are falling out or if you can tug the tailbone a little bit more under. One more breath. On the exhale, so you can lower a little bit deeper, relax your hips. And inhaling, lifting up high, reach with the arms towards the outside corners. And if you can lift your heels off the mat, give yourself a little bit more space. Make sure that your neck is also relaxed. One more breath. And slowly lower the heels down from here. Bring the weight towards your right knee. Lowering the hands down to the mat. And flexing the left foot, lengthening all the back of the left leg. If you need or can, lower the right heel down, but still lengthen your spine. And gently walk the hands towards the front of your mat, all the way towards the left. Flexing the right foot, lengthening the back of the right leg. One more breath. And from here, rotate the hands around. Bring yourself towards the front of the mat, lowering the right knee down for this low lunge. Left knee still above your ankle. Lifting the arms up high, take a deep inhale. Exhaling, lower the elbows and expand your chest. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, lower the elbows and expand your chest. Inhaling up. And exhaling, lower the elbows, expand your chest. Inhaling up high. And exhaling, bring the hands down to the mat. Now from here, we're going to tuck the back toes, lift the right knee, and see if you can tilt your hips so that you come towards the side of the body. Take care for your right wrist. If you want, just reaching up here. Maybe you want to bring the left foot to meet your right foot, or perhaps you want to even lift a little bit your left leg. Really checking this side of the body. One more breath. And slowly lower the left foot down, lower the left hand, take a deep inhale. And exhaling, lower the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin. Rotating the shoulders, lengthening from the crown of the head, low cobra. Our last time here, maybe you want to lift a little bit the hands, squeeze the elbows towards the rib cage. Perhaps lifting as well the legs. Make sure that your glutes are engaged. Taking a deeper inhale. And slowly lower down from here. Press the hands underneath the shoulders and bring yourself towards a child pose. Maybe the knees together, maybe the knees a little bit far apart. And see if you can allow your forehead to rest onto your mat. In this child pose, see if you can expand your belly towards your thighs. And feel how that gives a little bit more space around your lower back, helps you to lengthen the spine. And slowly bring the hands underneath the shoulders, helping ourselves to come back onto that tabletop position. Like we did in the beginning, let the belly drop down, inhaling, looking for a big cow. Exhaling, tuck the tailbone, still engage your core, press the navel in for a big cat. Let the belly drop, inhaling, looking for a big cow. Exhaling, tuck the tailbone, pressing deeper. One last time, deep inhale, looking up. And exhaling, tuck the tailbone, pressing deeper. Now from here, coming back to this long line, don't let your shoulders sink or crown your back. Lengthening higher, tuck your toes. And see if you can lift the knees only about 2 fingers off the mat. One long line through your neck, don't let your head drop or collapse. And see and feel your core. One more deep inhale. And exhaling, press the hips back for downward facing dog. Taking a deep inhale. And a deep exhale out. Now going to our balances from here. Inhale, step the right foot between the hands. We're going to bring ourselves into a high lunge. Bring the hands in front of the chest. Press the hands towards each other. See if you can tilt a little bit towards the front. One long diagonal. And gently lifting towards the front, see if you can reach the left foot up. For this warrior three, you might want to keep the right knee bent to support yourself. Maybe you can lengthen all the way. Taking one more breath. And then from here, bend a little bit the left knee, bring it all the way back up to the center. Reaching with the arms up high. And here, try not to let your back arch. You want to reach up high and press the left foot towards the front. Now when we are here, we really want to lift up high, engage the lower abdomen. Our hip flexors are working. One more breath. And slowly bring the left heel all the way on top of your right ankle. Right knee, and slowly bend the right knee to help yourself come lower. Bring the hands in front of the heart, and perhaps you can fall deeper, but make sure that you are not struggling with your knee or hips. Always go as far as is comfortable for you. One more breath. On the next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center, we are going to undo this posture. From here, reach with the left foot towards the front. And slowly swinging back, lifting and reaching for warrior three. And then slowly bend the right knee, lower the hands down to the mat, lower the left foot, lower and step the right foot back for a high plank. Take a deep inhale and exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And the same sequence to the left side, stepping the left foot between the hands. Right knee stays up, bringing ourselves up high. And then prepare the hands in front of your heart, press the palms towards each other. And gently swing the weight over the front. See if you can leave the right heel up for this warrior three. Try not to open your hips, keep yourself steady. One more breath. And slowly bend the right knee, bring the right foot all the way back up to the front. Reach the arms up high, and see if you can imagine to press and bring. Again, don't arch yourself. You want to engage in the lower abdomen. Wrap your ribcage around. One more breath here, shoulders away from the ears. And with control, bend the right knee, bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. And slowly bending the left knee, bring the hands in front of the heart. You can choose to stay here. Maybe you want to fold forward a little bit deeper. Always listen to how far you can go without hurting your body. And slowly, inhaling, coming all the way back up to the center. If you wiggle, really enjoy that wiggle. We're going to undo this sequence. Reach with the right foot towards the front. And slowly swinging the right foot back. Coming into this warrior three. Gently bend the left knee. Bring the hands down to the mat. Lower the right foot back. And meet the left foot with the right. Take a deep inhale. And exhale over chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog. And exhaling downward facing dog. From here, we're going to step the right knee all the way outside of the right wrist. I'm going to lower the left knee back. Now from here, some of you might be able to open a little bit more the right foot to the front. Some of you might have the right heel closer to the hips. Whatever is good for you. Now from here, allow your left toes to guide you. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want to walk a little bit further back. And just before we fall forward, check for a moment here. If anyone needs, you could always use your block and place it underneath your hips to have a little bit more support. If you want to go further, see if you can maybe bend the back knee, the left knee, and just hold a little bit your foot, just to give a little stretch. One more breath here. And then slowly release the left foot. And allow yourself to fold forward. Maybe you want to come to your elbows. Maybe this is already too much for you, so you want to just stay a little bit higher up. Or maybe you want to go all the way down to the mat. Whatever suits your body best today, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. See if you can relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Slowly calming down the practice. And at your own pace, gently walk the hands underneath the shoulders and helping to build up our back, tuck the back toes. If you need to walk the left knee a little bit more to the front, and then exhaling, pressing for this downward facing dog. We're going to go to the other side. We're going to bring the left knee all the way outside of the left wrist. See if you can maybe walk the left foot a little bit higher up, tuck the back toes, and maybe lower all the way. Perhaps you want to take a pillow or a block, place it underneath your hip to have a little bit more support. Once you find your length, allow your back toes to untuck. Still staying here, just focus onto your hips. There shouldn't be any pain on your knee. If you feel that this is too much, always close a little bit more your left foot towards your hips. If you want to go further, maybe bending the right knee, you can maybe grab it, give a little stretch to the back. And slowly release the right foot and lowering towards the front, maybe the elbows, maybe all the way down, whatever feels good for you today. And slowly bring the hands underneath the shoulders, help your body to come back, tuck the back toes, and walk a little bit the right knee to the front. Gently exhaling, pressing back to this downward facing dog. And you can choose to jump to sit or maybe lower the knees down, swing or cross your legs, and passing ourselves to sit. Now from here, lengthening the heels to the front. If you feel that your lower back is rounding and that you're falling backwards, I will recommend to sit a little bit higher, maybe into a block or a book. Lift yourself a little bit more and allow your lower back to tilt and reach. And flexing the toes, we're going to lift the arms and slowly fold forward. Once you feel that your back starts rounding, then see if you can lower the hands. Maybe they come all the way down to the mat. Maybe you grab your ankles. Maybe you can walk a little bit further towards your feet. But it's important that we don't press ourselves and you collapse on your neck and back. So see if you can still give it a little bit more arm. One more breath. And slowly inhaling, coming all the way back up to the center. Lower the hands to the sides. We're going to release the block. And then from here, we're going to bend the right knee. Lower the right knee down to the side. If you have any pains onto the knee, you can as well use that block to place it underneath your knee. You're going to square the hips and shoulders to look towards your left toes. Lifting up high. And exhaling, fold forward. Allow your shoulders to rotate back. And maybe you can fold even deeper, give a little kiss towards your left knee. Again, up to you. There is no need to push too far or to force yourself. We don't want any pain. And gently inhaling, coming all the way back up to the center. Closing the right knee, keep it in front of your chest. You're going to hug the right knee with the left elbow. And maybe take that block, if you have it, bring it behind your back and pressing up, allowing the spine to lengthen further. With every exhale, see if you can squeeze the navel and look a little bit more towards the right shoulder. One more breath. On the next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center, and slowly release the right knee out. Maybe give a little shake to your legs. I'm going to the left. We're going to bend the left knee, lower the left knee down to the side. If you need, take that block to have a little bit more support. Going to square the shoulders and the hips, lift the arms up high, and exhaling, fold forward. Maybe you can take hold of your toes, of your foot, maybe your ankle or your knee. Reaching first through the crown of the head, and exhaling, fold forward. One more deeper inhale, and see if you can reach a little bit further out. On your next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center, we're going to close the left knee, keeping ourselves looking to the front, bringing the right elbow to hug the left knee and the left hand coming back. Rotate the shoulders, lift up the chest, and exhaling, squeeze the navel and look a little bit further back. Take a deep inhale, and look a little bit further back. On your next inhale, coming all the way back up to the center, and slowly release the left heel out. Give yourself a little shake, and then from here, we're going to squeeze the legs towards each other. Flex your feet. We are almost done. Just take a deeper in, and exhale, slowly roll the spine down until the lower back touches the mat. You're taking a deep inhale here. And exhale, bring the right knee towards the nose. Inhaling, reaching out. Going with the left, exhaling the left knee towards the nose. If your head hurts or neck hurts, you can always lower it down. Last time, deep in. Exhaling, bring the right knee towards the nose. Inhaling out. And exhaling, touch. Inhaling out. And slowly lower the whole body. Now we're going to bend the knees, bring the knees towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug. And maybe little wiggle side to side. You can choose to keep the knees together, or perhaps you want to cross the right knee over the left and gently guide your knees to lower towards the left side. Try not to push yourself or hurt yourself. Allow them to soften. If your right shoulder comes way too high off the mat, maybe you can lower your right arm towards your hips or place a blanket or a block underneath your right shoulder. Maybe you want to look towards the right. And slowly help the knees to come back to the center. Uncross your knees if they are crossed. And preparing to go to the other side. Maybe knees together. Maybe the left knee goes over the right this time. And gently guide your knees to melt towards the right side of the body. If you can, opening and looking towards the left shoulder. Maybe you need to lower the left arm a little bit down. And slowly helping the knees to come back to the center. Unravel your cross if you're crossed. And then give yourself a little prop. Maybe you want to wiggle a little bit side to side to finally end up releasing. And gently lower the feet down to the mat. And lengthen the legs all the way down. Give space between your inner thighs. Give space between your armpits. If you feel that there is some tenderness into the lower back, you could always place a little towel or a little block underneath your knees. And just take a moment here to feel the connection of your body with the ground. Allow your breath to let go of any control. Just feel how your body is inhaling and exhaling. Notice any sensations. Perhaps, how did the practice change your body? Slowly start to wake up your fingers, to wake up your toes. And you can choose to keep your body soft, or perhaps you want to take a big stretch, waking up the whole body, maybe a big yawn. And slowly find your way towards your right side. Make yourself a little bowl. And gently finding yourself back to sit. Just crossing your legs or sitting however is more comfortable for you. If you need, sit up high onto a block. And take a moment here to close your eyes. Build up your spine. If you can, soften your shoulders. Soften your face. And all together, taking a deep inhale through the nose. And a big exhale through the mouth. One last time. And exhale out. If it's in your practice, bring the hands in front of your heart into a prayer position. Bow the chin towards the chest. Just showing gratitude for who you are, for how you are. And to remember that each and one of us is unique and special. Thank you all for joining this practice, and hopefully see you very soon. Wishing you a lovely time. Namaste.